Well, it's temperature blanket update time, and we are into February, 4 days into February for this update. So, oh, what a day it's been. What a day. Lots of work to get done before I could even attempt this, so you will probably be seeing this on Monday instead of Sunday. Depends on how long it takes to edit and upload. Sometimes YouTube can be really, really slow. So, first off, we have a few shares. First up is Ivana from Argentina, and she is doing her blanket in between chasing around a toddler for 2022. So she is doing the highs and the lows. One half of the blanket is the high, the other half is the low. Not only does she have to track the weather, but also the time. Because depending on the time of the day, depending on the daylight hours, depends on how many stitches the high color gets, if I explain that right. But it should create a wave up the center of the blanket. So, like, in the summertime, we have longer days because of daylight saving time. So it should create a wave between the two sides, the high and the low side. Next, we have Saga. She's back again this week. Thank you very much, Saga. But this time, she has her husband and her daughter's temperature blankets to share with us. So this is interesting. She is in Warwickshire, England. And Saga herself is doing the daily average temperature in a moss stitch using Signet Aran yarn. And the dark pink strip that you see is a cold snap at the end of January. So that was a nice, solid, steady cold snap there for them. Then she's sharing her husband's blanket with us, Sean. He's doing a fabulous job. I think it looks great. He's doing the solstice temperature blanket from December 21st through the year. And he's doing the lows and the high temperatures for Wednesday and Saturdays. He is also using the moss stitch, but he is using Wendy's Supreme DK yarn. Great job, Sean. It looks awesome. Then her daughter, Mo, she's doing her own thing. She is doing the high temperature for Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. She's doing a stitch that is a cross between a granny stitch and a moss stitch. It's like her own style of stitch. And she is using Stylecraft Chunky. You had some great color choices there, Mo. Thank you very much for sharing with us. So that's 4 shares this week. So if you guys want to share your blankets with everyone, your temperature blankets, don't forget to send me an email with the picture and a little bit of information that you're willing to share with everybody. And I will float my email in here somewhere, down here, up there, somewhere. But I'll float it around there for you, and you can send an email, and I am more than happy to share it with everyone. So, for my temperature blanket, it's been a rough week. But we got it done. And because we came into February, we get to see kind of some differences on birth year versus this year. So we'll start with birth year. It's easy to tell them apart. Yeah, I have a stiff neck. I have a little bit of a headache. It's easy to tell these apart because birth year has a lot more green in it, and the greens and blues represented my cooler colors. So, starting from the hunter green here would be the last couple of weeks, or last couple of days of January. This brown row is the divider for the month. So we started off with 2 rows of sunflower. Yes. 2 rows of sunflower and 2 rows of, yeah, I thought so. and 2 rows of dusty green. So that is the birth year. Then this year, now I have yarn attached to both of them, just hanging off of them. The weatherman lied. We did not get as high of an increase as they were talking about, and I was a little disappointed because I really thought we were going to get to introduce a new color this time. But that's okay. It's still looking good. I'm still liking how these colors are working out. So, the last couple of days of January, see 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 2, 3. We had 2 rows of curry. Then we went to egg yolk. Brown is the divider. Then we had 2 rows of egg yolk, 1 row of sunflower, and another row of egg yolk. So that is current year. These nice stripes are, believe it or not, warmer surrounding the cooler. Makes no sense. Like it gets warm before it gets cold. Silly, silly, silly. So, as you can see, my workspace is kind of taken up back here. So to get your side-by-side view, it's going to have to be a still shot, and I'm going to insert that right here so you can see the 2 of them side by side. So I have not paid attention to the forecast for this week, and I'll just check daily like I had been doing because I don't want to get my hopes up that we're going to get a new color added. So we're just going to wing it. We're just going to wait and see what happens from day to day. No wishful thinking, no planning on new colors or anything like that. When it happens, it happens. So if we can top the 85-degree mark, we'll go to cognac. We'll eventually get there, but not just yet. Sometimes February is colder than January. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you can start your spring planting in February. Go figure. Who knows? Who knows? So we'll just keep tracking it in our little book and keep plugging away until the end of the year. And whatever happens, happens. Okay, so we're going to keep plugging away, and one day we'll get to add new colors. So don't forget to share your blanket with us. And if you click on this link right up here, it'll take you to the next video that YouTube and I both think you should see.